All right, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whatever time it is when you hear this message, I pray that you're poised to receive, to accept, and to respond to words of wisdom. Ashe. There's a real powerful opportunity presented to us as African Americans who are practicing Orisha lifestyle. Orisha lifestyle has some gems that are guaranteed to transform your life, to upgrade the quality of your existence, and provide long-term benefits for your lineage. But in order to do so, you got to really understand how Orisha lifestyle works, right? What is really going on within this system. And in order to, appreciate that, I want to give you two examples or two tracks. There's the track that we're most accustomed to as Westerners who've gone through the educational system, which is sort of an intellectual, abstract sort of an approach, where we look at information, knowledge, etc., as lifeless. It is just something that you can get, and once you have it, then you embody whatever it is that you got, right? And to a degree, knowledge is that way. You learn a language, you learn how to do certain kind of mathematical equations, you become familiar with history. That becomes yours. No one can take it away from you, okay? But Orisha is not data. It isn't static information. Orisha is living. It is as vibrant and actively, changing and dynamic as nature itself. Which is why Orisha is synonymous with nature, right? And so nature is built on relationships. There is a relationship between all the different elements in nature, and there's a relationship between the creator of nature as well as the let's say the consumer of nature, which is itself. Okay, and that's kind of represented in the rainbow serpent, because the rainbow serpent is biting its tail. And so on one hand, the serpent is consuming itself, right? Nature is consuming itself. There's a food chain, but at the same time, it's emerging out of its mouth, right? Nature gives birth to nature. A tree falls, it turns to sawdust, it opens up space for more sunlight to come in, more plants grow, etc. So the rainbow serpent that's biting its tail is an enigma. Life and creation is both consuming and emerging at the same time in the same process. And so what that means to us as Orisha devotees is that we got to understand that, for example, if I am your Oluwo, if I'm your teacher, I'm not a dictionary. I'm not an encyclopedia. I'm not a website. I'm not a YouTube channel. You just go to and you consume, and then now you know what I said, and you're me. That's not how it works, right? There's a reciprocal process whereby when you align yourself with my teaching, when you align yourself with my ashe, then we reciprocate, right? And there is a giving and a taking, and a giving and a taking that is perpetual and never ending. And this is the basis of my philosophy and my approach to Orisha lifestyle for 20 years now. And so I've been advising people this way, and I've seen it work over and over again, mostly because this is what I have done over 20 years, which is I am not trying to get, right? I'm not approaching anybody as gimme, or even I'll give you $100 and you give me this. I'll give you $500 and you give me that. That's not the way it works. That's not the way I have worked, right? You need to identify your natural gifts and talents. Let me rephrase it. I have identified my natural gifts and talents. Okay? I know what my natural gifts and talents are. And then I have worked to refine my natural gifts and talents. I've acquired the materials, the tools, the equipment, the skills, technique associated with mastering my natural gifts and talents. And then after that, after the time, the money, the effort that it took or is taking to master my natural gifts and talents, what do? I give them away. I know who I serve, and I give my natural gifts and talents to the people I serve. I give it away. That's why I can tell you with total confidence, you could study me for 10 years. You could be a full-time student, and you could study my content for 10 straight years. I'm talking about you could be in class for 5 hours a day, and then you could go home and study for 10 more hours. And you can learn from my content for 10 years. That's not fluff. It's not hyperbole. That's the legit truth. Okay? And the reason why I've done that is because by taking that approach, really getting steeped in my natural gifts and talents, really getting clear about who I serve and giving what I have away, it gives me an abundance perspective. It links me in with nature. Like, nature is abundant. It's everywhere. As opposed to the power-seeking approach. See, the power-seeking approach is going to give you a deficit mindset. You'll be thinking, oh, there's only a limited number of these things that I want. There's only a limited amount of time for me to get this thing that I want. Oh, somebody else is going to come in and encroach upon, or they're going to come and take what I want or what is mine. And so it creates kind of a paranoia. It creates a competitive rather than a collaborative kind of an energy. And ultimately, it ends up limiting one's ability to actually grow and progress, because mostly you lack sincerity, right? When you're going from that power driven mindset, you're not sincere about your service. You're not sincere about your oluwo. You're not sincere about your community. What you're really concerned with is compensating for a sense of deficiency within yourself. Okay? And so I want to urge you to change your perspective. If you're coming from that scarcity mindset and you're just trying to get, or you're trying to, use everything as a transaction, and you're, only want to give as long as you feel like you're getting, try it out. Try getting on the other side of the equation and begin with your natural gifts and talents. Really get clear about what you truly do and what you love to do and what invigorates you. Identify someone who you want to give it to and serve them with it. This is sacred service. This is devotion. This is the abundance mindset and the abundance model. This is the way that you're going to continually and perpetually grow and increase your power, your wisdom, your compassion. And as always, this is a message for the leaders. I'm talking to the people who are poised to change the world through positive influence. If you're one of those people, I want you to visit me at obafemio.com or orishalifestyle.com. I want you to find out how Obafemi Origunwa and the Orisha Lifestyle Academy can help you take your practice and your life to the next level. I look forward to working with you. Bye for now. Odabo.